Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Let's go.
Here we go. The 70, Indy. The deep grip.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down, Titans.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Newton, and he's got the hook up to Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Hey, Charlie!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds Corey Davis. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been...
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Here we go. Hey!
The tackle made by Jayon Brown. A gain of 5.
Great.
Second and 5.
From the 44, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line.
That's another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Right to the 3. 55.
It's our time. It's our time.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
On second and 11 now. Newton eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Third and long. It's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
55-yard attempt.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he has got it. From 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Tannehill on first down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Tannehill on the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And Walker has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, switch gears. Go. Shoot.
Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions just string.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. So we have reached halftime here and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 31, Newton. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They fake the give. Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Newton and Olsen here with a connection. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Gano's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
You draw Corker. You think you won't get this? Look at me. Draw. Hey, check 24.
This is Henry. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. A first down carry for Henry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's 2nd and at the 34-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
General West, hey, Alpha. Tight go. Check 9.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Tannehill now to throw. And that is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception early. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Given 9 there on the first down completion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Newton to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we have that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh, no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
Here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Here's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So